Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a canister from a Vax Air Steerable Ultra Light Reach. Looking in there, I think this is the problem with suction. So let's try and open this canister. There's some way to do it. Let's clip this up. Yeah, there we go. And then there's a filter in here, and that's pretty grim. You could clean that out and scrape off that nice bubble of hair if you were so inclined. The jets in there all look pretty good. I think that's okay. But we got to get in here somehow, and this is going to make a lot of mess, I think. Some balloon or something caught in there. There's a big snot of dust down in there. Wow, how does this come out? There's 3 screws up here. Let's try them. That's pretty tight. I'll push up. Let's just try twisting this, wiggling it. No, it doesn't want to come on. Oh, pushing it sideways seems to. Yeah, okay. So wiggling it side to side and then pulling it down is releasing it. Of course, I didn't get the dust out first. Let me come back in a minute. So I've shaken the dust out of it. I should have done that first. This just pulls out actually. It's not so bad. Now there's a bit of dust in there, and there's a bit you can see. And there's a bit you can see right in here. It just lifts out. Now, as far as I'm concerned, oh, there's a bit more there. As far as I'm concerned, this is clean enough. It doesn't, you know, I've seen on Dysons where this is completely choked up with little fine dust. But all these ports are pretty clear. I've seen Dysons where they're almost reduced to 0. So if it's like that, you could give it a tap or a wipe. Just wipe off all those bits with a cloth. That'd do fine. In here we've got some more screws. Plenty more for some reason. Let's try the outside ones first. Three outside ones. These look like a slightly smaller screw. Let's see if that pulls this out anymore. No. Okay, we'll take out the 3 middle screws then as well. Up to 9 screws. These look to be the same as the last size. Okay, so that lifts that off, and yeah, okay, well, that's pretty well caked up with dust. Pretty solid actually with dust. So that's where you need to be getting to. Let's try pulling this out this way without disturbing the dust. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is really where I wanted to get to. This is just almost completely clogged, and this is, oh dear, it's pretty well caked and stuff. So what you can do is just do what I'm doing here, pick it off, and then give it a wipe with a cloth, tap into a dustbin somewhere outside, and then give it a wipe off. That's one thing. You can run it under a tap. I wonder, does this purple piece come out of here? Because if it did, let's just give that a tap. There might be more screws. Right, so I've given this a sweep off all around here, and in there you can see the brush marks. But this port here goes down to here. If we look in there, you can see light coming through if we look in there, but there is dust in it. It's pretty dusty from there, so I've got a bottle brush here. I'll just give that a poke. Wow. Nice workbench. So that's about as clean as that's going to get. I don't see how to get the purple apart, and then the last thing I'm going to do is just give this a bit of a sweep off. This is just a ordinary brush, nothing fancy about any of these tools. And that, you could use your fingers as well, but a brush somehow, for some reason, tends to lift it out a bit better. I'm going to take it outside. Okay, so I've brushed that out and poked all the dust through and then pulled it out through here, like just tapped it and it fell out. I'm still not entirely sure that that purple bit shouldn't come out. Let's just try. If I pull it, you see it wiggles. It's free at this end, but it seems stuck up at the top. I can't see any more screws in there. Oh, you know what? I might be wrong. I can see something like a screw hole in behind that. So what I wonder is this grey piece pull down? Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's it. So that grey piece pulls off. There's even more dust. Right. I'll give that a clean out. That's got a load of stuff stuck on it. That's just a ring of dust. Gross. Gonna tidy that up. Okay, so you could take those screws out if you wanted to and give it a hot bath. I have cocked up a bit because that actually twisted out to unlock, which is pretty good design. I'm used to Dysons where things snap apart and, well, let's try and get it back together. There's actually a lock and unlock symbol there, so let's put that in and lock it. I've broken one of the tabs off, but I think it's okay. Then this piece here, I was looking at this a bit closer and I thought there's a gasket in there, that black thing. If there's a gasket, then there should be a way to pop this inner purple piece out to clean it. How is another question. Let's just put it down on the table. Push. Yeah, that's done it. Okay. More dust. Actually, that's pretty clean. There's a bit of grit in there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. That's pretty good. There's a little locating pin there that locates in a hole over here, so that's easy to get back together. So I've done it correctly, have I? Yeah. Okay, so that's snapped back together. Then did this one go in next? No, we have to put this over here. They all have ways of lining up that they won't go in any way but the correct order. So I can get those 3 screw holes lined up, but I can't. Well, it also has a little triangle, a little line and a triangle, so that's easy. Let's put some screws in here. And I believe these 3 go as well. What you can do at the point when you have it all completely disassembled is give it a bath in hot soapy water in a sink. I've chosen not to do that today. Now, is there a locating triangle or something on this one? Oh no, it's just these legs that only go. So you can see there, these are different spacing. So the 2 close ones can only go in one position, which is like this. And then the 3 other screws go in. I think it might all just pull out as a unit. Well, we're going to find out now, rather than having to unscrew it as I started with. And then slide it in. There's one locating tab. I don't really know where that goes. I guess it goes at the back in the center there. That seems to do it. And then you can put a new filter in, or you can give this a wash by just putting it in a sink and pumping it and pumping it and pumping it. Put that on, close that, and that's it. Yeah, like I said, you could give it a bath in a sink, in a bowl of hot soapy water, and get it all clean. What I've noticed is it'll just get dirty straight away after you start using it again. And because it's been blocked for so long, you're probably going to use it on the same carpet. That carpet's got dust in it that this wasn't picking up last time, so it's going to pick up all that dust this time. Your carpet will be extra clean, but this will be clogged again. So that's how you take it apart. Air Steerable Vax Ultralight Reach. It's a job worth doing. How often? It's up to you. You should definitely clean the filters periodically, I'd say once a month, but you could take it apart. Depends on how often you hoover, I guess, and how dirty your house is. Every 6 months, once a year. It's I don't know, I suppose I've been at about 10 or 15 minutes, but I guess I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done it before. So there you go. A couple of brushes, a screwdriver, and job's a good one. Questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching. See you later.